I apologize. I not speak well in English, and I had read on the screen. Dear colleagues, first of all, I would like to thank the organizers of this event for the kind invitation to attend and to give this presentation. In this talk, I will give a brief before of dielectric barrier discharge in its application specifically for treatment of water polluted with microplastics. How dielectric barrier discharge works to treatment the water polluted by microplastics. DBD occur between, two electrodes separated by at least one insulating dielectric barrier and a small gas gap. An AC voltage is applied across the electrodes. Electrons are accelerated in the gas gap, colliding with the gas molecules. These collisions generate reactive species such oxygen radical, ozone, hydroxyl radicals, hydrogen peroxide. Plastic wastes are distributed into environment as first macroplastics, particles over 5 millimeters, microplastics 500 micrometers, and nanoplastics less than 100 nanometers. Microplastic pollutes water, air, soil, and even human blood. How much plastic is produced in the world? Over the 400 million tons per year. Only 9% of all plastic has been recycled. 12% is incinerated, and 80% ends up in the environment, oceans, lake, rivers, soil. How long does it take to decompose? A long time. For example, plastic bottles decompose in 450 years. Plastic bags can take up to 1,000 years to break down. On this slide, we present the different pathways for microplastic circulation in the nature. Microplastic degrade soil, contaminate water, penetrate in plants, food, and threaten human health and ecosystems. Around 12 million tons of plastic enter the oceans annually. What is the impact of marine life? Over 1 million marine animals die each year. By 2050, there could be more plastic than fish in the ocean. Microplastics have become an increasing hazard to water. Therefore, monitoring control of microplastics in aquatic environments and mitigation measures are very, very important. What is the mechanism of action of microplastic in the human body? First is human health risks. First is microplastics have been found in the cells. Second, chemicals in plastic can disrupt hormones and cause cancer. And third is people ingest 5 grams of plastics per week. Microplastic can affect human cells in the following ways: cell injury, oxidative stress, chronic inflammation, disruption of cellular functions, and accumulation in tissue, liver, kidneys, brain, causing toxicity. On this slide, you can see the global plastic waste by some country in million tons per year. Look, for example, China, USA, India, Russia, Japan produce a lot of plastic waste. And what country recycled? Is India, Germany, UK, France recycle. This is percent to recycle of the plastic. What methods plastic waste reduction at global level? International agreements like Unit Plastic Treaty. Use biodegradable materials. In another country, the same situation. In Moldova, case study, for example, 100,000 tons of plastic are generated annually, and only 10–15% is proceed. We have created a technology for the integral processing of plastic waste and implemented it in a pilot plant with a capacity to 20,000 tons per year. On this slide, you can see two sectors of our plant. First sector is plastic waste collection and sorting. The second sector is plastic waste processing. Several types of products are obtained. Construction and building materials, road construction and infrastructure. An example of plastic used in our day-to-day life is related to the tea bags. The single plastic tea bag releases about 12 billion microplastic and 3 billion nanoplastic particles into the water. Nanoplastic form during the boiling of tea bags, steeped at 95 degrees Celsius. Therefore, the aim is to reduce microplastics for human consumption. Called discharge plasma is one of the most perspective treatment processes due to its low energy cost and easy to operate. As you know, DBD of cold plasma technology offers a wide spectrum of configurations to operate in different environments in a wide range of pressure, energy density, and temperature. We try to see how microplastic degrades under the influence of DBD. Our experiment showed that increasing the voltage enhances the degradation of plastic waste. Before, we studied the impact of ferrite reagent, ferrum and hydrogen peroxide, on microplastic decomposition. The results show that with the increase in the concentration of hydrogen peroxide and ions, the microplastic content decreases. Working mechanism of cold plasma for treating wastewater includes the following steps. First, plasma initiation. Second, high pressure generation. Third, final plasma generation. Fourth, direct and indirect effects. And the last is the extraction of water pollutants. In recent years, several pathways for the formation of free radicals in nature have been discovered. Some of these reactions have been identified by us in the aquatic environment and are described in the two books published together with the Professor Ashok Vasyashta in the United States IGI Global. Fundamental and biomedical aspects of redox processes, and second volume is environment and technological aspects of redox processes. On this slide, we will present the schematic representation of short and long-lived plasma-generated species. Typical reactive oxidative species, ROS, formed under the DBD actions are atomic oxygen, ozone, superoxide, peroxides, hydrogen radicals, nitric oxide, and nitrogen dioxide. In addition to the elementary charge transfer processes, a series of interactions occur in homogeneous phase, gas phase, and in heterogeneous phase, gas surface. The most of the radical processes resulted in formation of reactive oxygen species running in the homogeneous phase. In the DBD processes, ozone is formed by decomposition of diatomic oxygen. Ozone attacks chemical bonds in the structure of plastic, such CC-CH or WCC bonds, causing breaks in polymer chains, for example, polyethylene. Free radicals are formed that initiate the degradation reaction, like on this slide. Final reaction products of radical oxidative degradation are carboxylic acids, aldehydes, ketones, oxidized alcohols, and soluble polymer fragments. OH radicals have been identified as the most effective oxidants in decomposition, in decomposing organic compounds into CO2, water, and inorganic salts. During these reactions form superoxide radicals. Superoxide is a primary oxygen radical that is produced when an oxygen molecule receives one electron. Superoxide contribute to the slow oxidative degradation of microplastic in aerobic environments, such as soil, natural water, or plasma-activated media. The superoxide radical, although weaker reactive than hydroxide radicals, is crucial in the initiated radical processes in the presence of oxygen. Hydrogen peroxide is formed during the cold plasma water treatment and is efficient oxidative agent. The studies had shown that the microplastic pollutants in the soil can be rapidly removed under the action of reactive oxygen species generated by DBD plasma. The DBD plasma treatment showed high energy efficiency and generation performance, remediation performance up to 97%. Increasing applied voltage from 16 to 24 also promoted to removal of microplastic contaminants. At the conclusion, it must be said that the cold plasma technology is an effective and promising approach in water treatment. And final remarks. I want to say the 4R motto should serve as a guide for all. Refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle plastics. The fight against plastic starts with you, with all of us. And the finally of my presentation, I want to present two information. First is the information for our Moldavian journal, Chemistry Journal of Moldova. Is peer-reviewed publication dedicated to general industrial and ecological chemistry. In 2025, this year, our journal has been indexed in the Journal Citation Reports Thomson, Impact Factor 0.5, and the last 5, Impact Factor 0.8. We invite researchers and scientists to submit their high-quality articles in our publications. And the last, I would like to make an announcement. I put here this announcement. In 2027, we will organize the 8th Joint Conference on Ecological and Environmental Chemistry. Here is the notice of this conference. I kindly invite you to participate in this conference. And finally, I would like to wish to thank the co-authors of this work, Dr. Lidia Romanchuk and Professor Olga Kovalyova from Institute of Chemistry, Moldavian or Moldova State University, Professor Ashok Vasyasta from Institute of Clean Water, United States, and Professor Sergei Travin from Russia Academy of Science. And thank you for your attention.